video. So today will be a tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my everyday makeup. Y'all, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys on how I do my everyday natural look makeup. So as you can see, I'm taking my NYX or my NYX, never knew how to pronounce it, eyebrow gel in the color Expresso, and I'm going to take that and fill in my brows. Now guys, for those who have natural full brows like mine, I would recommend that you don't add any extra to it. I would recommend that you just follow the shape of your brows. And for those who don't have full eyebrows like mine and you guys have to draw on your brows, just make sure that you create that natural look, the most natural look as possible. This video was originally not supposed to be a voiceover, so if you see my lips moving or you see me talking to the camera, just know that originally this video was not supposed to be a voiceover. It was supposed to be a regular video with me just doing a interaction with the audience, but the background was very noisy, so I had to do a voiceover. Okay, so after I fill in my brows with my NYX Expresso Brow Gel, I simply take my spoolie brush just to blend everything in, make sure there's no clumps, and make sure that everything looks natural. The next step I take is I take my L.A.PRO concealer in the color Fawn, and I simply shape my brows just to give my brows a more natural, sharp looking shape. Okay guys, so when it comes to blending your eyebrows, I know a lot of times, especially if you're not used to doing it, it may seem hard, but I will say just focus on the outer layers of your brows. As you can see how I'm blending the bottom right there, that's the part, that's what I mean by outer layer. And also at the top, focus on that harsh line just to make sure that those two parts are blended well, because you will have, or your eyebrows will appear to be light, but you kind of want that because that actually gives the actual shape of your eyebrows. Okay, so once I have blended my eyebrows to my liking, the next thing I did, I took that same concealer and I used it as a base for my eyeshadow. Now guys, I will list the products that I use below. I didn't use many, and that just goes to show you that you can create a beautiful, natural, professional looking, even if you're not professional, makeup look without too many makeup products. Okay, so after I place my concealer on my lid, the next step I'm doing, I'm taking my Morphe translucent powder and I'm simply setting that concealer on my lid so I can go ahead and put my eyeshadow on. Now this step helps my eyeshadow to last long. Anytime you use a liquid, anything, a liquid foundation, a liquid concealer, whatever, it's always good to go back and set it with some sort of powder, because a lot of times that helps the makeup last longer, or it helps for the makeup to not show any creases. Okay, so after I place my translucent powder, I don't bake, so I just let it sit for about 10 to 20 seconds. I simply go right in and I brush it off. This applies to when I do my highlights in my face as well, and I also put like baking powder or banana powder on as well. I also do not bake, so I just go right in and I brush it off, and I go to the next step and I apply my eyeshadow. Okay, so now that everything is blended in well, I'm taking my Juvia's Place palette in the set Warrior, and I'm taking the Kano, and I'm basically just applying that just maybe a ½ inch above my socket, and I'm applying it in circle motions or circular motions. So I'm applying it almost to my whole lid, just so I can do that ombre effect or whatever. But as you can see, there's a difference already. There's a difference from when I apply the translucent powder. There's a difference now that I actually have the eyeshadow on my eye. It's appearing to have that natural look, which is what we wanted, because we're doing a natural makeup look. So you just go ahead and simply do the same thing to the other side. You apply the eyeshadow in circular motions. The more you blend, the more natural it will look. Okay, so once I'm finished applying my eyeshadow in the color Kano, I simply take my color, the same palette, and I take the color Benin, I believe that's the name of it, BENIN, and I apply that portion to my eye socket and down. And I'm basically applying it in like a patting motion, only because I wanted the shadow to appear to be like a high pigment. As you guys probably noticed, I am a sloppy makeup artist, so that's good for beginners, I guess, because you're really not focusing on making everything neat or whatever, because you can always go back and fix a makeup look. So what I'm doing now is I'm cleaning that extra powder or the extra eyeshadow or anything that I spilled on the bottom part of my face. I'm going ahead to I went ahead and I cleaned that up so I can apply my foundation. So I'm sure you guys noticed that there's definitely a different kind of look. I had to switch cameras because one of my cameras basically stopped working. So what I did was I applied foundation face primer, and then I took my NW45 Studio Fix MAC powder, pressed powder makeup, and I applied it to my face. So that's what you see me doing now. Now, if you guys, I know a lot of ladies nowadays, they wear like weaves and frontals and stuff like that. A lot of times it probably will be best to use a smaller brush when you're applying your foundation near that area, just because you don't want to get it on that area. Now, as I stated earlier, I don't use too many products. You can still get a nice, professional look for a cheaper price using the same products. So I'm using that same L.A.PRO concealer as I use on my brows, as I used on my lids, and I'm applying it to my cheekbones, my forehead, and also my chin and my nose, just to create that highlighted look. Okay, so after I apply my concealer, I take my beauty blender and I just blend everything in. Now, remember what I said earlier when we were blending the brows, you will have a lighter look. So just kind of focus on blending the outer layers of the concealer, because you do kind of want that lighter look, because that's the whole point of highlight. So you guys probably really couldn't see that banana powder that I was showing on camera, but that is a banana deep in the brand Revolution. So what I'm doing is I'm simply taking that banana deep powder and I'm pressing it into the concealer spots that I just recently applied to my skin. Okay, so as we did with the eyeshadow, the translucent powder, after we put the banana deep baking powder on, after like 20 or 30 seconds, I simply just brush it off. Okay, so now it's time for me to contour my face. I'm using the Juvia's Place foundation stick in the color Katsina, Katsina. Like I said, I will list all the products below because I'm sure I'm saying half of them wrong. That's fine, but as long as you guys get the gist of it, that's cool. So I'm taking it and I'm applying it to my forehead. I'm applying it to the higher parts of my cheekbone, the lower parts of my jawbone, the outer layers of my nose, and I'm simply blending them in. Okay, so when it comes to blending, how do you know if something is blended correctly? Like I said, just focus on the outer layers of however you lay the product. So if you lay the product in a straight line, just focus on the top layer and focus on the bottom layer. That's how you know when the product is blended correctly, if that makes sense. So now I'm just taking my brush and I'm basically continuing my blending process with my nose. It's a little hard to use a beauty blender, so I'm just taking a brush. Okay, so now it's time to apply the lashes. I'm using my Duo strip adhesive, guys. Now they have many different kinds. I always get the blue and white kind. I really like that kind. I think that dries the fastest in my opinion. But one thing I will say is when you are applying that strip glue, I would recommend that you put some on the back of your hand or on something, and you take the end of a makeup brush and then you swipe the glue onto the last strip, because the glue does come out really fast. Okay guys, so as you can see, I did apply my lashes off of camera. And next I'm taking some mascara and I'm just basically blending everything in. So when it comes to makeup, guys, that's the key process, blending. I don't care if it's your face, your lashes, whatever. You making sure you blending everything and you making sure that everything looks natural. So I'm taking my mascara and I'm blending them in, and I'm making sure that there's no white spots in the glue that I just applied, and I'm making sure that everything looks natural. Okay, so if you guys like me and you barely have bottom lashes, I would recommend that once you're applying that mascara, you do it in left to right swiping motions, not up and down, because when you do up and down, a lot of times that creates a mess. It's easier to do left and right swiping motions. Okay, so now I'm taking my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter and I'm just going to apply it to my cheeks just to give me that extra natural pop look. Okay, so I'm taking my eyebrow pencil that I got from the beauty supply. It was probably like $1.99. A lot of times when I'm wearing like a natural look or a natural lip gloss, I like to line the top part of my lip and the corners of the bottom part of my lip and apply my lip gloss. After I line my lips with my pencil, I take my NYX or NYX butter gloss in the color Cream Burlée, B-U-R-L-E-E, and I simply apply that to my lips. I make sure when I am applying it to my lips that I make sure that I swipe over the line of the eyeshadow, the line of the brow pencil that I use to line my lips, just so I can make sure that it has that ombre effect. Okay, so my final step, I'm going to take my MORPHE setting spray, my mist spray, and I'm going to spray it all up on my face just to set all the makeup that I just applied to my face. Okay, so that is my finished look, and thank you for watching. Tune in. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button. We got so many videos to come, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and peace.